Manitoba Liquor Marts presents Great Tastes of Manitoba. Great Tastes is brought to you by foodManitoba.ca. Local farms, local foods.
Hello and welcome. It's great to have you. This is Great Tastes of Manitoba. My name's Ace Burpee, here from the Grant Park Liquor Mart Education Center, joined by, from the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Sarah Cahill. Good to have you. And our Manitoba Liquor Mart liquor expert, Sheila Nash. She is going to pair our dishes. First off, what are we making? These are good. We're going to mix it up. That's the theme. We're going to mix it up with milk. So, run them down.
We're mixing it up with milk because we're making some meals that you wouldn't traditionally think of using milk in them.
Okay.
So the first dish is going to be a honey garlic sweet pepper stir fry.
Wow.
So we're going to be using the milk in the sauce for our stir fry. The second dish we're going to be making is a Thai green curry, and we're going to also use our milk in our curry. And then our final dish is going to be some chicken chipotle tacos, where we're going to use the milk to make the filling for our tacos.
Interesting.
So these are all really easy meals that can be made on a simple weeknight, and hopefully your family will enjoy them all.
Very cool. So, Sheila, you have the task of pairing to all these dishes. Any questions?
Yeah, well, they all sound great. They sound like they all could have a little bit of heat to them. So I am curious as to which is the spiciest of the three dishes.
The spiciest of the three dishes is likely the Thai green curry.
Okay.
But you know what, all of them do have some heat, as you mentioned, and you can dial it up or down depending on what your preferences are.
Great. Okay, well, I'll see what I can mix up.
One more question before you go. Who did your hair?
My very good friend did my hair for me.
Someone
Amazing.
says you look like Belle. Now, I don't know who Belle is,
Aw.
but that sounds like it's a compliment. Do
Belle?
I know this Belle character?
Belle, the Disney princess.
That's it. That's why I don't know. My sister would
There
know.
we go.
Very cute.
Yes.
Happy shopping. I'll go.
We'll see you in a bit.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay, well, we'll get going. We've decided to make this stir fry a vegetarian stir fry, so we're going to use some tofu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going
I'm
to
in.
pan fry our tofu. This is extra firm tofu. We're gonna put in there.
More an apron.
I know.
And that
so
just saved
yes,
your
it just
yellow
saved my yellow
outfit.
shirt. So we're going to add to our tofu for some flavoring a little bit of minced garlic.
Okay.
And then we're also going to add some ginger. The nice thing about tofu is that it picks up the flavor
Yeah,
of
doesn't it
whatever
like
you cook
almost
it with.
sort of absorb it a little bit?
That's exactly
Yeah,
it. So you
it's
cook
good.
it with your seasonings that you want the rest of your dish to taste like. So we've got a little bit of soy sauce in here as well, which
Sure.
is gonna give it some salt. And we're just gonna fry it up and mix it here, turn up our heat a little bit. And we're gonna let it go for a few minutes. So while we're stirring up our tofu, we're going to get started on the rest of our stir fry.
Right.
So that's your job, and
I
we're going to
notice,
start.
and maybe it's because you wrote sweet pepper, we have omitted green peppers on purpose?
We have, because
Okay.
the green peppers tend to be a little bit more bitter. The
That's
yellow,
true.
orange, and red peppers tend to be sweeter, and so that's why we're using them in a
They're
sweet
bitter
pepper
and
stir
jealous
fry.
sometimes,
That's,
which is odd. I don't know what they've been through, but we've all been through things.
they're jealous because they don't make the cut for the sweet pepper
That's
stir
it.
fry. So you just want to pan fry those up a little bit, just
Okay.
to get a little bit softer. I'm going to give our tofu a little stir here, and then we're going to go on and make our sauce.
Are these snow peas or sugar snap peas?
We decided that they were snow peas. Yeah,
These
so
ones?
the snow peas are thinner. The sugar snap peas are larger, almost like the ones in the pods that you can, you know,
Gotcha.
de-shell or de-pea.
Do you want these in here or no?
Not quite yet, so keep
I
on
know.
stirring, get them nice and soft. It won't change anything though. So let's make our sauce. As I
Pea
said,
gone.
our sauce is made with our milk. And so to our sauce, we're gonna add some cornstarch because that is going to thicken up our sauce really nicely.
I'm a label reader, and I don't know if everyone knows this, but you know they run commercials for like after you work out, you should drink chocolate milk. Read the label on white milk, Manitoba produced white milk, and there's tons of protein in there, and it's good for you after a workout.
So you can have white milk after a workout as well,
Yeah,
right?
I do it all the time.
And if you're having an endurance workout where you're doing a lot of exercise for over 60 minutes, that's when your chocolate milk is an excellent choice, right? Good one. So we're gonna add some soy sauce as well.
Good.
Now the nice thing about this recipe is that we're using milk instead of broth or
Yeah.
chicken stock.
So-
So while this recipe isn't low sodium because we have used soy sauce, it's lower in sodium because we're not using a stock. I'm also adding some honey because it's
Really?
also sweet, right? A lot of stir fries do actually tend to have honey or sugar, some sort of sugar in them.
We got some real complex things going together,
Yeah.
and I'm running two different.
Look at you, hey? All right, so our sweet peppers are mixing up very well. You can actually now add the snow peas if you'd like, Ace.
Will do. It's no problem.
No problem.
It's not.
Love it. So
Okay.
we add the snow peas, and we're also gonna add some garlic.
Please do.
Do that. We usually add our garlic closer to the end of our dishes because that way it retains the flavor of the garlic a little bit better.
Good-looking dish.
It is, and you know what? The green peppers should be jealous because we added green snow peas, right?
Yeah. That's what you get.
So once everything gets nice and warm and nice and heated, your peppers become soft, it's then time to add our tofu.
Okay.
What should ideally happen is your tofu will absorb all of that soy sauce in your pan and you'll have a nice crispy tofu. It's not as crisp as we'd like it here, but it's okay because it's tofu. We don't need to cook it all the way through.
True.
We're gonna add it into our dish right now. So let's add that in there. And just give that a quick mix as well.
This is great.
And so again, you can use any kind of
That
meat that
smells
you prefer
really
if you're
good.
not a fan of tofu. It's
And that's
delicious.
without even the sauce
That's
yet?
without the sauce.
Yeah, this is good.
So we're gonna add our sauce.
And this thing gets even healthier once we put the sauce in because we made it with milk instead of broth.
That's right. And so do you know what kinds of nutrients we get in milk there, Ace?
Yes, I do. I could list every one of them off. I'll let you do it only because
I was gonna say,
you
list me
are
the top 3. Could you list me the top 3?
calcium. The one that starts with A? What does it start with A?
There is vitamin A in milk, absolutely.
Vitamin A,
Yep,
obviously.
of course.
Vitamin D is in there.
And another one you mentioned just a minute ago.
Protein.
You got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what we're doing is we're letting our milk heat up a little bit in there. As it heats up with the cornstarch, it's going to get thicker. And so then what we're going to do is once our milk heats up, we're going to add some rice vinegar.
Really?
It's a really good, an important ingredient because it gives us that sort of like sour, as in like a sweet and sour taste.
Yep.
We add it once the milk is heated up a little bit and cooked a little bit so that it
Okay.
doesn't curdle. That's why you don't add it into your milk and then put it in there. If you
Maybe
did, it wouldn't
think it
change
through.
it, but
Okay.
we're gonna add that in there, continue mixing. And when you do serve this, you can serve it over a bed of steamed noodles or some lower fat noodles, so not like a ramen noodle.
Yeah.
And then you can top it off with some cashews for a little bit of extra crunch.
I have a feeling I want to make sure I get some of everything in there. This is going to look good. Then I like to put that right on top. And then what I do is I sprinkle a few cashews on top. That's a good looking dish. We're going to take a quick pause and I've been so excited about this. It's Thai green curry. We're using milk. Come back.